YouTube, what's going on? Kyle again from ePoolSupply. Today we are back for some quick fix videos on Hayward's Navigator V-Flex. This is a suction side pool cleaner. We're going to show you guys how to completely rebuild as well as do some basic quick fixes on the cleaner. Stay tuned. Alright guys, and we're back. So today we're going to do some quick fix videos on this torn apart Hayward Navigator V-Flex. As you guys can tell, it's torn apart. You guys have seen it fully complete to now it is down to nothing. So if you guys want to know how I got to this point, make sure you guys check out the links in the description below. We'll have a playlist for you guys on taking you through removing all of these parts directly from the cleaner to get you just the shell, to get the handle, to get your A-frame kits, whatever it may be, in order to get to the inside of this cleaner. So for today's video, located on the upper middle housing is a certain gearbox that is actually located and screwed down to the gearbox. It works in conjunction with that top main spindle gear as well as these other two additional gears. This is an entire assembly made to make sure that these hoses that on your cleaner do not get tangled. So the entire purpose of this is to make sure that it changes directions and gears at certain times to make sure that those hoses stay in big circles so that you don't actually run into tangled hoses. So if you are noticing that your hoses are getting super tangled up, it might be an issue with either this top spindle gear, you have these other two additional gears on the bottom, as well as a gear set located inside of this box. So you don't necessarily have to strip this apart. We've already done that. So once you remove the lower middle housing, you guys will have access in here to this gearbox. So once you guys have done that, you guys can do this quick fix. So you don't necessarily need to take it all the way apart. But since it is for us, I'm just going to show you guys how to fix it. So go ahead and use your handy dandy Phillips-headed screwdriver and remove the two screws located right there on the side of the gearbox panel itself. And then gently lift it up. And as you guys can tell, you just have basically a shell right here, and then you have another gear located inside, and then another white gear located that's actually kind of mounted to the frame itself. It runs in conjunction with this other top gear with a small screw. So those are all put together as one unit. So if you do replace this certain gear on top, you will get a new one of these on the bottom. So they all work together so that as this part actually rotates, you guys can see as the hose is moving and it's rotating those gears, which is driving the gear underneath, which is also driving this gear, which is forcing this gearbox to work, which in conjunction will rotate whether or not the hoses are getting pushed one direction or another, meaning the cleaner head is driving one way or another. So they all work together. So if you're running into issues with the gearbox or the spindle gear, or you have your top gear, any of those go bad, you're going to have to take this thing apart and find out which part is causing the issues as they all work together. So I just want to show you guys what that looks like inside and what this green gear actually does. It is directional when you put it back. You do want to make sure that the part that has the teeth is located downward. So when you slide it back up into the axle, you want that part to be facing down, because as it rotates around, it has to grab that white gear that's located underneath this. I don't want to just flip this over. It's going to fall apart for you guys. So I just wanted to show you guys that. I'm going to take these apart. So as you flip it over, then this will sit in there properly. It's got its own little nice hole for that axle to sit in, loosen screws. So once you guys are actually putting it back, sorry, wrong direction. It's got two parts that will sit correctly. It's got one that lines up with the frame itself. As you guys can tell, it can be a little bit of a pain in the butt as you guys are dealing with gears that aren't actually physically mounted to anything. And when you're doing this, you're normally doing this upside down. So it's not very easy for you guys to do it all at once. So be patient with it. Don't get too upset and throw the thing at the wall like I've wanted to sometimes, but it will drop in there eventually for you guys and knock in there. So like I said, as this top gear spins, it's now forcing that bottom green one, as you guys can hear here in the video. And that's going to then drive the gearbox to then make sure that those hoses stay in place. So I just want to show you guys what's inside of that and then show you guys how to fix it if you guys have any issues. Again, make sure to check out all the links in the description below. We'll have the full part breakdown for you guys, as well as a contact form if you guys got any questions or concerns regarding the fixing of the cleaner. We are very happy to help diagnose any of the issues for you guys. So again, please hit that subscribe button. Make sure to hit that like button. We really appreciate all the love and support. And until next time, I'm Kyle from ePoolSupply.